Hi everybody, my name's Kylie from Little Moo Designs. Thank you so much for joining me today for my quick sew tutorial. I've put together today a tutorial for you on how to sew a vinyl and fabric card wallet, perfect for storing your business cards, credit cards, or even gift cards for friends and family. So what you're going to need is some vinyl. Today I've used some glitter vinyl in the hope that that shows up a little bit better on camera. So you can see it's not thick vinyl. So we want a lightweight vinyl to complete this project to make it fold up nice and easily. You need some scrap fabrics. You need some wonder clips because we can't pin our vinyl or it leaves marks. You need a glue pen. You need, if you want to, some confetti or some little sequins that I've decided to add into mine to make it extra blingy. And the other thing that you will need is a Teflon or a walking foot. So I'm using my Benina B475 today, and I'm using foot number 56. And if you haven't come across these before, they glide over vinyl or sticky fabrics so that you're not getting that when your metal meets the vinyl and it sticks. So I quite like this foot for these projects. First things first, you need to cut out, using a rotary cutter and a ruler, 2 pieces of fabric measuring 6.5 inches length by 4 inches wide, 2 pieces of vinyl measuring 7 inches length by 4.5 inches wide, and 2 pieces of vinyl for the card pockets, 3 inches length by 4.5 inches wide. Once you've cut all of this out, I just put my fabrics with the wrong sides together and I just used a glue stick to glue them so that they won't move too much during my sewing. We're then going to make a card wallet sandwich. So choose which of your fabric sides is going to be the outside of your wallet. And so first you're going to place one of the large vinyl pieces down on your workbench. Place the fabric on top centered. Now this is a little bit tricky because you can't really stick them down, but we're just going to go with that. I should have mentioned at the beginning as well, this will be a raw edged wallet because vinyl doesn't fray. So the fabric is just to make it look a little bit pretty. So I'm just putting them inside like that and lining up. If you start lining up at one short edge, it seems to be a little bit easier. Okay, on this short end, one of the short ends, doesn't matter which one, you're going to place, so I've got the exterior vinyl, my fabric piece, and then the lining vinyl piece. Trying to get everything lined up neatly without it moving too much. Then lay the card pocket piece on top as well. Line them all up and grab your clips. And let's hold one end in place before we work around the whole wallet. Okay, just another suggestion. You could use a little bit of glue if you're having trouble like I just was trying to piece everything together. Just use a little bit of glue around the edges of your fabric that's going to dry clear and do your stack that way. So that's what I've done on that side, and it just holds it in place enough before you put your clips on. I said a really quick project this would be, most of the time, is trying to put the sandwich together so that it's nice and neat. But hey, it's worth it. Okay, so I've just wiggled them all together. I did find that the glue was helpful to hold it in place, and really starting at one end and trying to squish everything together as you go. It is a little bit tricky. I also just shoved in there some of those sparkly stars, which will look really pretty at the end. Okay, the next step is sewing this all together. You can see where your cards are going to sit under here. Remember, it doesn't matter that these edges are raw because vinyl is not going to fray. So what we're going to do is put our Teflon foot onto our sewing machine. We're going to do a stitch length of a 4.5 on my machine. You might like to have a little practice before you sew, just to make sure that your machine's coping okay, and change any settings that you need to. And all I'm going to do is using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so all the way around my little card wallet. Okay, so off we go. You'll see that this stitch will catch my fabric in as well, so that everything will be held in nice and tightly. And again, my stitch length is a 4.5. Just go slow with your speed, there's no need to race. And spin. And I'm sure you'll do a better job at keeping your card wallet straight than I am. So when we get to where the little piece of vinyl here joins the main bit, just make sure it's nice and flat. Could use a tool for that. I'd use a chopstick if I needed to poke that down, but my fingers have worked, which is great. Making sure, take your clips away as you're going. I've started sewing all my Christmas presents. It's only March, but it feels like everything's a bit all over the place at the moment. So I've actually made a list, and I am going through step by step and making gifts for people, so that it won't be such a rush at the end of the year. So just a reverse stitch back where I started, and my beautiful machine cuts my threads for me. Okay, I'll take you back up to my cutting table. And here we are, all finished, just trimmed off the seams. I think this would be a fun little project to be sewing with kids as well. Great way to use up some scraps and add your little cards inside, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed that quick shoot, and I would love to see what you make. Please share your photos, tag me, yeah, and please keep sewing. Chat to you again soon. Bye, guys.